Hi, my name's Cian and welcome to today's yoga mobility class. We're going to be working through a number of hip opening positions just to help get into the hips, really loosen them up and to help improve your basic range of motion. This is the first recorded class, so there's a number of principles that you mightn't have heard of before. The three main ones are the wet noodle type concept, so once we're in each pose, to let your body relax down like it's a wet noodle. We're going to work with a breathe to relax. This is inhaling for 4 seconds through your nose and exhaling for 8 seconds out of your mouth to the sound of as if you're trying to steam up a mirror or fog up some glasses. We'll practice that in a moment, but it'll just help relax your body down and get you into that parasympathetic nervous system. We're going to be holding each of the poses for about 2 to 5 minutes and really just working on that time under passive tension. This helps just really get into the fascia, the connective tissues within the muscles, just to get you that extra range of motion going out of the practice. So this type of practice is similar to kind of your zone 2 type running, so you want to keep it conversational and kind of keep your strain at about 5 out of 10, that you're not pushing too hard at any stage. Kind of the way to measure that for yourself is if you were to pick up with the phone while doing the practice, that the person wouldn't know you were stretching. In terms of music, I'm going to link a playlist down below or wherever, and you can click on that, or else if you have a lo-fi playlist that you like, or else if you just want to throw on a bit of TV in the background. And then just in terms of a few medical warnings, not warnings, but if you're taking any painkillers, just be careful and keep it at about a 3 out of 10. You won't get the same signals that your body would give you, and you might just end up injuring yourself if you push it too hard, and you won't get the same warning signs. If anyone is pregnant, just be mindful, obviously consult your doctor. I'm going to be using a lot of supports in the practice, and we're going to be starting each pose at, say, the easiest or the most basic place, and we're going to be working deeper as the time goes on. And then I wouldn't recommend exercising for 2 or 3 hours after this. Your muscles will just be quite loose and they'll be a bit weaker and more prone to injury, so just take your time going through the day after this. What we're going to use today in today's practice are your bolsters. No worries if you don't have any. You can get cushions, a pillow, whatever is easiest for you. We're going to be using the blocks. So obviously blocks, books, bags of sugar, whatever you have, we can make it work. And then we'll also be using a stool, chair, whatever you have, something that is easily movable and that you can lean on. A sturdy box, whatever. So we're going to get straight into it now with a bit of a warm up. So we're going to start the warm up with leaving your blocks in the middle of the mat. If you want to roll up the ends of your mat, we're going to start with a few squats. And just if you struggle to get down low in your hips, we can elevate the heels while rolling up the mat. And these are called moon squats. So if you want to plop your heels up on top of your rolled up mat, you're going to inhale, bring your hands up overhead, exhale, push your hips back, crossing your hands across your chest and coming down into the bottom position. Inhaling, coming back up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Brilliant. Well done. Inhaling back to centre. Then we're going to just sit down for a sec. We're going to go into a passive squat as our first exercise, but just if you want to sit down, lie down in a comfortable position, whatever feels most comfortable, and we are just going to practice our breath. So we're going to practice inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, really trying to get deep into your belly. Exhaling to that sound of inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Well done. Okay, our first position is the passive squat. So we're just going to work on getting our first version. If you don't have the depth in your squat, is to elevate the heels. We're going to put our blocks down in between our legs. You're just going to push the hips back, hands in front of your chest, and come down and sit down on your blocks. This is easy enough for you. Check in with yourself, see how you're going, and then you can just drop forward, finding some extra space, relaxing yourself down. There's no need to keep the chest upright, as this will work into the hips. If that feels alright, and you've checked in with your breath, inhaling for 4, and exhaling for 8. Okay. If you're able to go deeper, you can decide whether just to remove the blocks, move off to the side, and relaxing your body down again. Or if you feel comfortable coming onto the flats of your feet, squatting down, letting your body come forward, and just really feeling into your hips and letting your body come over. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Following the breath now. Allowing your body to relax down. You'll feel this in your groins and in the hips. And if you wanted to add a small bit of pressure, you can push your knees out slightly with your upper arms. You can drop your head down. And just making sure you're at that 5 out of 10. That'll allow you to chat away. Checking in with your breath. Allowing yourself to relax down. Seeing if it's available to you to go slightly deeper. Whatever you're comfortable with. As we come into the final 2 breaths now. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planting your feet, your hands back on the ground, and then just pushing up through your hips, grabbing onto your feet as you come up, pointing them straight, and then just rolling side to side, releasing through your hamstrings, letting your body relax down. If you want a slight pull on your upper back, grounding your toes and pulling up with your arms. Exhaling, relaxing. And then slowly, in your own time, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae to a fully standing position. We're going to unroll the mat now if you have it rolled up, and go into our next pose, pigeon. So we're going to start with your blocks up at the top of your mat, and we can come into this a number of ways. So coming down onto your knees into your plank position, you can swing your right leg up, allowing your knee to drop, and dropping that knee and untucking your toe. Whereas you can step forward, right ankle, right wrist, and you can heel toe your way across the side of the mat, the opposite side of the mat, letting your knee fall down. You want your knee just slightly outside your shoulder, and then you can grab your bolster, pull it through your legs, just giving you a bit of extra support. From here, you can come up, if you like, allowing your weight to drop fully down onto your hips. Or if that's too intense, you can walk your hands forward with the blocks, seeing where you can go, dropping your hands down. Or if you want to fully relax, just coming down to your forearms, with your hands out all together, putting a block underneath your forehead, and letting the hands and the body relax down. Now coming back to your breath, inhaling for 4, and exhaling for 8. What you're looking for is to have both your hips evenly off the ground, your back leg in line with your glute, and to be feeling that stretch on the outside of your right hip over the side. But remembering to keep it at that 5 out of 10. It's not too intense. You can use your back foot as your accelerator if you find you have that bit of extra space. Just bring the heel toe on your waist slightly further back. Or bring yourself in if it's too intense. Same with your shin being parallel to the top of the mat. Just allow your body to relax. Seeing if you can find that extra depth. As we go into our final 4 breaths now. Making sure your hips are even. And then you're relaxed. Coming to the final 2 breaths now. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Coming back up, walking your hands back in towards your knee. Bring your back foot slightly closer heel tone. Just giving you that extra space in your hips to swing your leg up. And pushing into the hip. Loosening it up. Doing slight circles. Leaning on that knee. Stepping back. And swapping your legs over. So again, we're moving your supports. You can have your blocks either side. And you're coming into that top of the plank. Again, you can swing up and drop down. Or step forward with your left foot. And heel toe your way across. Drop on that knee down. And then pulling your bolster through. Putting your hands on your blocks, walking your way in. Seeing how you feel, making sure your back leg is in line with your glute. And your knee is slightly outside of your shoulder. And as you feel comfortable, walking the hands or the blocks forward, seeing where you go, making sure your hips are nice and even. Distance from the mat. Letting your hands walk forward and your head drop down. Coming back to that breath. Checking in with yourself. Seeing where you rate on that scale out of 10. If it's too easy, walking your back leg further back, creating more of a stretch. If it's too hard, walking that leg back in, or allowing your shin to bend closer down towards your hip. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really feeling the stretch in your outer hip. Maybe a small bit in your groin. Small bit in your back. As your body relaxes down. Checking in with yourself. Seeing if you can go slightly deeper within the stretch. And just really allowing yourself the time and space to relax. Come into your final 2 breaths now. Walking your hands back in towards your knees, taking your blocks if you need to. Walking your back leg back in, creating that bit of space to bring your shin back up and just keep leaning into that. Doing slight circles just to counteract the stretch. Moving your supports. We're going to move on to our next pose, the half frog. This will really target the groins. So So we're going to start with your bolster or pillow. Placing your knee on top of the bolster, your left knee and one knee free. We can start with the blocks out in front. I'm going to start up tall. And you can step 1 foot out to the right. Okay, and then we're just going to slowly push the hips back, further and further, dropping your hands down, if it's available to you, onto the blocks, and really feeling that stretch up through the groin. Great, and then coming back into your breath, checking in to see how you're doing, and if it's available to you, dropping your blocks down to a lower setting, or if it's available to you again, down to the floor. Checking in, feeling into the body. You can bring the blocks back up and drop down to the elbows. Remembering, if you do go a step too far, you can always come back. And if that's comfortable still, come down to the floor. Allowing your back to relax, your groin, and just making sure you keep a slight micro bend in the knee so that the tension isn't going into the bone and that it's staying with the muscle. Coming back to your breath, inhaling for 4. And exhaling for 8. In for 4. And out for 8. Allowing the body to relax down, seeing if you can go any further in the stretch. We're seeing if you need to take a step back. Making sure you're staying at that 5 out of 10. As we go into the final 3 breaths now. In for 4. And out for 8. In for 4. And out for 8. In your own time now. If you're ready, walking your hands back up through the different options. Bring your knee back in once you feel comfortable. Pushing through the hips, rolling side to side, releasing the tension of the stretch. Getting rid of the bolster as we move on to the other side. This time placing your right knee on top of your bolster, putting your hands on your hips, stepping out to the left, really planting that foot, making sure you're pushing through the outer edges, and then just slowly pushing your hips forward, backwards even. Bring your hands down onto your blocks. You might notice one side is a lot tighter than the other, and you're able to go deeper on one side. And then just working through the different options again. Whatever way feels most comfortable, most natural to you. Keeping a micro bend in your left knee. And working your way down closer to the floor. Going back to your breath. Checking in to see how your body feels. Continuing the breathing pattern. In for 4. And in for 8. If you're slipping like I am, just making sure you're putting the pressure into that outside side of your foot. You might need to come back a level just to give you a bit more height that you can do that. In for 4. And in for 8. In for 4. And in for 8. As we go into the final 2 breaths now. In your own time, walking your hands back up, trying a different option. Coming back in, pushing through the hips, and your knee back in. We can throw the bolster to one side, just rolling the hips out as a counter stretch, and then going the opposite way. Our next pose is a bit more difficult, but we'll work through a number of options for it. So if you want to take your blocks and place them down in the middle of the mat, or wherever feels best, placing your stool on top of them. And you want to have your bolsters or supports either side of you. So this is double pigeon. It's a great hip opener. And I'll just work into both sides of the hip. So you want to sit in a good strong position. So your ankles underneath your knees. Your upper body sitting directly above your hips. And we're going to bring our right ankle across to meet our left. Letting our right knee fall out to the side. Then we're going to bring our left ankle up on top of our right knee. And just let both knees fall with gravity. As you look down, you want to see a triangle, so both chins line up in a triangle between your legs. Going back to your breath now, seeing how you feel. If this feels quite easy, what we can do is we can, come out of it, remove the stool, and come down onto our blocks. The setup is the exact same. So, knees, ankles underneath your knees, right foot over to left ankle, letting it fall out to the side. Right ankle on top of left. Now, if this feels slightly too difficult, bring the bolster in for support and lean on it. And you can add another bolster in just to hold you up. You can put your arm out on top of your legs just to add a slight bit of weight, and then just coming back to the breath. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 8. Now the goal is to get both of your shins touching. For some people this is more available than it is for me. But just allowing the gravity to do the work as you relax down. Checking in with yourself, seeing if you need to go back to the stool, or if you're able to remove the blocks altogether. If your shins can go perfectly on top of each other, or if you don't need the supports at all. As you come back to the breath, you'll find your knees just slowly dropping with each inhale. Breathing into the tension. And each exhale, allowing to release. Inhaling. As we come into our final 2 breaths. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving your supports off to the side. Bring your left foot back down to the ground. Coming forward, removing your blocks. We're going to go into the 90-90 stretch. Having your legs in 90-degree angles, you can lean back and then just window wipering your legs across a few times just to release the stretch. As you see, my secret notes have fallen down. Yeah. Brilliant. Come back to center again. You'll find one hip is a lot tighter than the other. So if you want to start back on the stool or start back with your just blocks, again, wherever you feel most comfortable doing. So I'm going to start with the blocks. It's the exact same setup on the opposite side. We're going to bring our left ankle across to the right, and then our right ankle up on top of our left knee. This side is a good bit tighter for me. Bringing in your supports again, swap these over, just to help reduce the strain of the stretch. And then coming back to your breath. If you want, putting your arms on top of your knees to add that extra weight. Inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 8. If you're comfortable, allowing your eyes to close down, making sure you're at that 5 out of 10, that you could hold the conversation. Not being afraid to go back a step if it's up onto the stool, or bringing more supports in. Looking down, making sure you have that triangle. Inhaling and exhaling. As your body relaxes down, checking in to see if you can go slightly deeper. Seeing if you lean forward or lean back, what sort of difference that makes. Can you handle that? Or do you need to relax back? As we come into the final 2 breaths now, inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 8. In for 4 and out for 8. Removing your supports, allowing your body to come back. Your supports out to the side. You don't need them. Removing your blocks. Leaning back again with your legs in the 90-90. And just going side to side, loosening out the hips. As we get ready for blaster, how we're going to set up for blaster is we can have our stool in front of us and the blocks either side. If you want, just for added comfort, you can put your bolster underneath your left knee, and then we're just going to take a long stride, long step forward with our right foot. We're going to aim on pushing our knee forward and try dropping our hips closer to the floor. So you want your stance good and wide, that you can nearly let your right leg fall out to the side just to help. Your back foot will be flat against, the top of your back foot will be flat against the mat. And we're going to start with just your hands on top of the stool. We're going to work our right foot forward. You can heel toe your way forward creating that extra length. You can let your back relax down, feeling the stretch. If you want to go deeper, you can get rid of your stool, bring your blocks inside your right foot, and work your way down. Find your ways from the highest level to the lowest, maybe even down to the ground. Again, if that feels quite comfortable for you, as you work through your breath, helping the body relax down, and bring blocks up to the highest setting, bring your elbows down, and just keep working your way down closer to the floor. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 8. Checking in to see if you're at that 5 out of 10, or you can continue talking. Trying to keep that right foot flat, but allowing your knee to fall out, just creating a deeper stretch. In the undercarriage. You'll feel this in your hip flexor, your hamstrings, either side of the inside of the hips. It's quite an intense stretch. It's just really listening to your body and what you're able for. As we come into the final 2 breaths now. If you find you can go deeper, bringing your right foot more forward, or your back foot more further back for the final breath. And then coming back again, tapping your hands wherever, and just walking back. Bring your right knee back in line with your left. Bring your knees out as wide as your mat. Your toes touching and pushing your hips back from side to side. In child's pose, giving yourself a counter stretch. Whenever you're ready, come on back. And bring yourself to the opposite side. Again, blocks inside. Stool on top. Getting your bolster, place that underneath your knee. Your right knee this time. Taking a long step forward. Come down with a nice wide stance, really helping the hips open up, letting that knee fall out to the side. And down to the top of your stool. And checking in, seeing how you feel. If you feel you're able for more, removing the stool. Working with your blocks inside your left foot, not outside. And just working your way down, closer to the floor. Again, you might notice you'll be able to go deeper on one side, more so on the other. Trying to work the elbows closer to the floor. Going back to your breath. Checking in. and that right foot, left foot, more forward if you can. Or your right foot further back. Or maybe even dropping slightly lower. Whatever feels most natural or comfortable to you. Not being afraid to come back a level. It's too intense. And just following that breath. Inhaling for 4. And exhaling for 8. If you've exercised already today, you might feel you cramping up at different stages. And just be mindful of that. And pulling back slightly to a level where you can hold the stretch. As we come into the final 2 breaths now. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 8. Inhaling for 4. And exhaling for 8. Open your hands back up whenever you're ready. In closer toward your hips. Releasing your left knee back down to the ground. Removing the supports. Keep your blocks by the side of the mat. Toes together, knees as wide as the mat. Pushing your hips back. Then your chest drop forward, going side to side in each of the hips. You'll feel a slight stretch in the lats. Coming back up, twisting through, planting your bum down. And just go into our final pose before Shavasana. We want to plant in this way first. We want the soles of our feet touching, and then you're going to open them up like it's a book. We want the space of 4 fists between your heels and your pelvic floor. And then once you're in a comfortable position, with that space measured, you're just going to gently allow your body to drop back, rolling down onto your spine. If this feels too intense, you're going to take your blocks and just bring them in gently underneath your knees, that you're still seeing a stretch, but just to get rid of that intensity. That feels alright. Removing the blocks altogether. Allowing your knees to fall down to the side. It's comfortable to you, bring your arms up into the cactus pose. Just to create that extra openness across the chest and the shoulders. Come back to your breath. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 8. Really breathing deep down into the belly. And exhaling to the sound of trying to keep the flat of your back down against the floor. allowing yourself to relax before we go into the body scan. Inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8. Feel the stretch in your groins, maybe some hip flexors. Feels quite easy, maybe placing your hands on your thighs, just to cast a light bit of passive weight. Come into the final few breaths here. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 8. Final in for 4. And out for 8. Bring your knees back in together. Planting your feet flat on the ground. Walking your heels closer to your chest. Rubbing one knee, then the other. Maybe both at the same time. And just rolling your back. Allowing your body to release after the intensity of that stretch. And from your heels back down onto the ground. If you want, grabbing a bolster, placing it underneath your knees for Shavasana. Walking your feet out, letting them go flat out on the mat, as wide as the mat. Squeezing your shoulder blades up and down, giving you a nice platform for relaxation. Planting your hands out by your sides. Taking a few deep breaths now to relax yourself, knowing the hard work is done. Checking in with your body, seeing if there's any adjustments that need to be made. Allowing your breath to return to its normal breathing pattern. Soft inhales and soft exhales. In the ebb and the flow of the breath moving through you. Allowing your breath to travel down through your whole body. Noticing how their feet feel, any tension, any pain. Breathe it in. On your exhale, release it. Bring your breath now down into your knees, your calves, your shins. Noticing any tension, tightness. Whether they're hot, whether cold. On your exhale, allowing them to relax down on top of the mat. Inhaling now onto your quads and your hamstrings. Allowing the breath to fill the upper legs. Feel the weight of your legs against the bolster of the mat. On the exhale, feel your hamstrings spread against the supports, relaxing deeper. Bring your breath now down deep into your hips. Feeling the benefits of our practice today. Allow your breath to fill up your hips, your glutes. Feeling into any tightness or tenderness that's still there. Exhaling, feeling your hips open wider, getting heavy against the mat. Bringing your breath now down into your belly. Feeling the buoyancy of each inhale. Breath fill your stomach and spreads out towards the lower back. Releasing with each exhale. Feeling the breath now in the chest and the upper back. The gentle expansion and contraction of each inhale and exhale. Inhaling, filling your upper chest. Exhaling, releasing from your spine. Bring your breath now through your collarbones into your shoulders, down your arms, into your forearms, your wrists, your hands and your fingers. Noticing if your hands are open or closed. biceps, your triceps, and your shoulders. Feeling the weight of your upper arms against the mat. Exhaling, and then to relax deeper against the mat. Bring your breath now into your traps, your throat, and up the back of your head. Now any tightness, any tension, anything you're holding there. Exhaling, allowing your body to relax deeper. Inhaling now into your jaw, your eyes, your eyebrows. Noticing, is your jaw clenched or relaxed? Relaxing any tension in your forehead. Inhaling, no relaxation and space throughout your whole body. Exhaling, allowing yourself to relax into the calm and the quiet. Allowing your breath to deepen now as you come back into your body and the room around you. Inviting some gentle movements into your fingers and your toes. Allowing that to expand into the forearms, your shins, your knees, your upper legs and arms, maybe moving into a stretch. Overhead. Moving the supports. Holding your knee so that your chest runs warm. Roll side to side, forward and back. Giving yourself a kiss on the knee to thank yourself for showing up today. Rolling onto your right hand side. And whenever you feel comfortable, coming up into a comfortable seated position. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I look forward to seeing you again.